led by Mayor Pro Tem Prout, and I will lead us in our invocation.
Join me in saluting the flag. Salute, pledge.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Let's bow our heads. Heavenly Father, I thank you for this day you have given us. I thank you for allowing us to be in this place. Father, I thank you for the camaraderie that we have together. I ask that you are here guiding us, giving us wisdom and knowledge and to the decisions that are being made just to better further enhance the community around us and our families that live within this community. I thank you for the blessings you have continued to give us, and we praise your name. Amen. All righty. I am looking for an approval of agenda. This is the amended agenda. So council, please confirm you all have that. City manager, any changes?
Mayor, just closed session item. I'd like to request to pull that because we don't have a full council. Move that to the May 2nd regular council meeting.
With that being said, I'm looking for an approval of the agenda with closed session being pulled and reassigned to the May 2nd meeting. Microphone on. One more time.
I so move. I should have said it louder.
I'll second.
I have a motion by Mayor Pro Tem Prout and a second by Councilmember Espinoza. Roll call vote, please.
Councilmember Alvarado,
Yes.
Prout,
Yes.
Espinoza,
Yes.
and Given.
Yes. Very good. Moving on to public comment. Public comment is meant for anyone wishing to speak on any item included on the agenda or any matter within the subject matter jurisdiction of the city council. You are invited to speak at the podium and address the city council. Speakers are limited to 5 minutes unless additional time is needed for translation. Please state your name and address for the record before making your presentation. Public comment time is opened. Okay. Anything online? Very good. Public comment time is closed. Council, I will look to you for any announcements and reports. Mr. Espinoza.
On the 12th, 13th, and 14th, I attended the League of California City Leaders in Sacramento. There's a lot of information that was gone over, and it was some time to get to meet some different people from different cities. So I had a good time. On the 17th, I attended the oath of office for Cadet Jorge Valdivia. I hope I pronounced that right. And I'd just like to welcome him to the chapter family. That's all I have.
Very good. Mr. Alvarado.
I also attended the League of Cities conference, and there was a lot of information, and I think it was a good event for that. We were all there. I think we got it was a good, overall it was good.
Very good. Ms. Prout.
Yes, we did. All of us attended that, and especially highlight, I suppose, is not just of the crowd that came from different cities, but the fact that we got to visit many of the elected legislators. And so hearing them, but they also even wanted to have our support because of their direction, what we feel is right for us. That's it.
Very good. And again, same conference, a lot of great information. Really nice to spend time with each of you. I think that was nice. Moment just to let our hair down, even though I don't have a whole lot. Not looking at you, Randy, or anything, but it's kind of nice just to let it down a little bit. With that being said, I'm going to go ahead and move on to consent calendar. I'm going to highlight the 9 items that we have on consent calendar tonight. Number 1, approve general checks. Number 2, approve payroll. Number 3, approving minutes. Number 4, approve resolution of commendation for the Cinco de Mayo Grand Marshals. Number 5, council review of ordinance number 736. Number 6, adopt resolution number 2915, declaring intention to annex track 7388 phase 1 and 2 to the landscape and lighting assessment district number LL001-2015 and levy and collect assessments on said district. Number 7, accept the public improvements constructed for track 7346 phase 1. Number 8, adopt resolution 2916, initiating proceedings for the annual levy and collection of assessments within existing city landscape and lighting districts for fiscal year 2023-2024. And number 9, approve an easement deed document prepared by PG&E Company for servicing the City of Shafter Well 21 Site Development Project. Questions, comments, concerns, or motion for approval, please?
Okay, I'll move that we approve the consent calendar.
Motion by Mayor Pro Tem Prout,
I'll second.
second by Councilman Espinoza. Roll call vote, please.
Councilmember Alvarado,
Yes.
Prout,
Yes,
Espinoza,
Yes.
and Gibbon.
Yes. Very good. Moving on to our management report. Item number 1, awarding of the 2023 James Street Streetlight Enhancement Project, which is going to Loop Electric. Sir?
Certainly, Mayor and Council, these next 2 items under management report 1 and 2, the presentation will be made by our Public Works Director, Mike James. I'd just like to say from a high level, just earlier this evening, we had our capital improvement plan budget workshop. These projects are included in our 5-year CIP. So this is consistent with the council direction for us to move forward and continue to improve our quality of life amenities. And fortunately, these were grant funded. So Mike.
Yes, Honorable Mayor, members of the Shafter City Council, among the Clean California grant projects is the installation of new decorative street lighting in the downtown area, mostly along portions of James Street and also California Avenue. Public Works completed the design and formal bidding of the project, which resulted in 2 bids being received, one by Loop Electric for $225,010 and one from Smart City Electric Group valued at $477,315. The pre-bid estimate for the project was $300,000, and there's actually $350,000 programmed into the CIP for this project. Our confirmed low bidder is Loop Electric. They're well under the estimate, the pre-bid estimate, and most importantly, they have the skills and qualifications to complete the project. They're actually the contractor that's completing the park lighting project at Mantle and Veterans Park right now. So to cover their base bid plus potential contingencies, staff recommends project expenditures of up to $250,000, still well under the funding available. And while this project is under budget, we're anticipating several months of a lead time for the streetlights to be delivered. It's just basically typical supply chain issues that we're seeing everywhere. We're hoping to have completion by the end of the year, however. With that, we request authorization to award the project to Loop Electric and budget authority of up to $250,000 to ensure it gets completed.
Very good. Council, any questions, comments, concerns? Go ahead, sir.
No, I think it's gonna look nice, so I'll make the motion.
Motion by Councilman Alvarado. Looking for a second.
I'll second.
Second by Councilmember Espinoza. Roll call, please.
Councilmember Alvarado,
Yes.
Prout,
yes,
Espinoza,
Yes.
and Gibbon.
Yes. Very good. Moving on to item number 2, awarding of the Veterans Park Basketball Court Project to DL Brown Construction, Inc.
Honorable Mayor, members of the Shafter City Council, an additional project award on the agenda tonight is for a new basketball court project at the Veterans Park. This project includes 2 regulation-sized basketball courts plus lighting. It's among the several federal ARPA projects that have been programmed into the CIP. This award will be a little more complicated. This award recommendation will be a little more complicated than the previous James Street project. Public Works successfully completed the design and formal bidding for the project, which resulted in 7 bids being received, and they ranged from approximately $232,000 to $425,000, which is actually a pretty good range considering we thought the project was going to be pushing $400,000. The apparent low bidder was Courts and Green, submitting a bid of just over $232,000. The good news is that they specialize in this kind of a project. Unfortunately, they chose to have themselves listed as a subcontractor for another bidder. And this is prohibited in our bid specifications and grounds for rejection. And the issue we have is that it at least gives the appearance of bid collusion amongst multiple bidders to drive the price up. And Courts and Green, when notified of this issue, acknowledged the issue, claimed it as an oversight, but did not provide an adequate explanation or justification to overlook the issue. So at this time, the second bidder, DL Brown Construction, is our confirmed lowest bidder at $283,026.40. They have completed numerous projects for the city, and they're working on a shade structure project at Mantle Park right now. So we have $400,000 in ARPA funds programmed for this project, programmed in the CIP for this project. Tonight, we're recommending expenditures of up to $380,000. This covers the base bid submitted by DL Brown. We're planning on $50,000 in additional court fencing to help prevent basketballs from rolling out in the neighboring street.
Nice.
We're also expecting up to $15,000 in construction material testing, which leaves about 12% in construction contingencies. So if awarded, this project is likely to commence this summer and be completed by the end of the year. With that, we request that the bid submitted by Courts and Green be formally rejected, and we also request authorization to award the project to the confirmed lowest responsive bidder, DL Brown, and budget authority of up to $380,000.
I have one question. It's actually, is Marco on? Marco, if you can hear me on this one, quick question. Do we need to say anything differently for the motion since we have the issue with the bidder being a subcontractor as well? Or can we just move the motion as noted?
The recommendation that is included in the staff report includes two items. So you would make the motion for both items. One, declaring DL Brown as the lowest bidder, and two, rejecting the bid for Courts and Greens on the basis of non-responsibility.
Do we need to vote those separately or can we vote?
No,
separately?
you could do those in a single motion.
Thank you. Sorry, council. I just wanted to get confirmation on that. You have a community who's going to be excited for this. You probably know that though. Questions, comments, concerns?
I-
Sorry.
Go ahead. No.
You said two courts, is that two full-size courts?
Correct.
Okay.
Where are they going to be placed?
Immediately north of the memorial.
Okay. Yeah. Good. I move that motion.
So I'll second it, but I'll make a motion that DL Brown Construction is the lowest bidder, and Courts and Greens bid we reject it.
Mhm.
And make a motion to approve $380,000 for the
Great.
project.
Very nice, sir.
I'll second.
We have a motion by Mayor Pro Tem Prout and a second by Councilman Alvarado. Roll call vote, please.
Councilmember Alvarado,
Yes.
Prout,
Yes.
Espinoza,
Yes.
and Gibbon.
Yes. Very good. That is all of our management report items. Moving on to city management comments and reports.
Certainly, Mayor and Council, just a few items. Friendly reminder, we have the City Council team building on April 28th. That would be over at the Police Department Conference Community Room from 12:30 to 5. We're going to serve a light lunch between 12:30 to 1 and then commence the workshop from 1 to 5. We were contacted by the Kern County EOC. They're working with FEMA, as you know, with all the flooding that took place, and then they're expecting even more flooding with the snowpack melt. And what FEMA is looking for is to set up a temporary disaster recovery center for this region in North Kern. They toured our Veterans Hall. They're also looking at Wasco and facilities in Wasco and McFarland for possible location of this disaster service center. My understanding is that Rachel provided a tour yesterday. They brought a team of like 10 different individuals looking at the facility from security to IT capabilities and whatnot. They've not made a final determination, but in the event you see more people, they were out there yesterday. They may come back out and do a second tour. I don't know. The purpose of the services that they'll provide, for example, include FEMA assistance, disaster assistance, find housing, rental assistance information, assist with questions, resolve any issues, and then offer referrals to other government agency that may be able to provide service. They're proposing to have this center operational for no more than 30 days, 7 days a week between the hours of 9 a.m. and 7 p.m. So this is just informational. They have not made a determination if this is where they want to set up that disaster center. But it's just informational for you in case you've seen activity and somebody asked all the people that were there yesterday and whatnot. So once they make a determination in the event it is Shafter at the Veterans Hall, we'll let you know. And then, of course, we'll help them disseminate any information to our residents and anybody in the surrounding area. Earlier today, I sent you an email. We have some staffing changes taking place in our city services over in our building department. So they're operationally, we're moving some services that were previously provided here at the counter at City Hall over to Public Works. So our Public Works facility will now be open over on Ash and Commercial. So some of the permits, applications that were processed here at City Services will now be processed over there that are Public Works related, for example, right-of-way encroachment permits, that sort of thing. Our community engagement manager been working with our Public Works director and our building official to get that information out there ASAP. But we're anticipating that the change of service will take effect as early as Monday, next Monday, the 24th. And then quick update on the MCCF auction. As you know, we are finalizing that. We're gonna go with a outside contract auction firm that specializes in these type of auctions. It's online. We did look and asked if they had the capability to do sort of like a early bird special, if you will, for some of our local nonprofits or schools or civic organizations. They don't have that capability when they do the auction. Once they open the online auction, it's open for everybody. We did attempt to do that, but unfortunately the company doesn't have the capability. So when we have the auction, it's gonna be open for everybody. That includes our local nonprofits, any churches, anything like that.
So
So
no early bird.
no early bird. Yes, correct. Right now we're anticipating or tentatively to host that public auction May 29th through June 5th. But we'll firm those dates up with the auction company. And then we'll confirm with you, council, and obviously with the community so that they're ready to once we open the doors, if you will, for that. Other than that, nothing further at this time. I'm going to hand it off to our community engagement manager, Rachel, who has some very cool news of some work she's been doing on our city website. So, Rachel.
Real quick, before you say anything, real quick, permitting online, are we moving towards that on the modules?
Yes, we are. Our chief building official and our building inspector supervisor is working, and we have signed Chris Schultz, who's the assistant IT manager, to spearhead those efforts. And so you're actually going to see a budget request in the proposed FY 23-24 for land management. We're hopeful to have something operational within the next fiscal year.
Good.
That in itself will definitely help the building department. Everybody seems to be going electronic now.
It's a lot easier to.
And it reduces the counter customer service experience, but it does speed things up a little bit faster. Even simple things like making inspections appointments, you can just go online, do it yourself, request a time and date that's convenient, so long as it's available. And it reduces a lot of our manpower and woman power at the counter, just to be PC. So yeah, we are moving in that direction, Mayor.
Thank you.
Mhm.
Sorry, Rachel. Thank you.
No worries. I'm waiting on you. Yeah. Why can't I see the person? Oh. Okay, that helps. Good evening, Honorable Mayor and members of the City Council. So tonight, with much anticipation, I'm not gonna say I'm gonna say we are excited to unveil the new look of our soon-to-be new website. We've been working alongside with Civic Plus since mid-August, and it's been a team effort. I'm gonna mention some names of our team, because they do need acknowledgement. This, like I said, this has been a team effort. So Johnny Rubio with IT has been on this project, Angelica Torres with HR, Rocio Mosqueda with Finance, Leticia Marquez with our Building Department, Randy Milligan with the PD, Bridget Rubio with Public Works, and then Chris Schultz with GIS. So it's truly been a team effort. You know, we came through some instances where we didn't agree and we compromised, but all in all, I think the end, we were all excited for a new facelift is what we're calling it. So as you can see, and also we printed out these so you can kind of see the main website in a whole, but I'll scroll down. It's important to mention that our current website is probably 10 to 15 years old. It has not been updated in a long time. So we wanted to create something fresh for several reasons. One, with economic development, attract more businesses, new people to our website, and then keep our current residents coming back to our website for city news. So I feel that this website, and I hope you guys feel the same way, is offering us a simplistic, user-friendly, mobile-friendly look, and it's gonna be very easy to navigate and use. So as you can see here on the screen, sorry, I need to come over here. We'll have the same tabs that we currently have on our current website. They'll be across these where it says tier 1 sub navigations. These will be our actual departments. They're not listed there now. But this is just to kind of give you a general idea. So if this is engineering, just to give you an idea, when you click on that, this is what this is gonna look like. Same concepts. I do want to mention that this photograph in the back, most departments went with the interchangeable banner. So they're gonna have department photos for specifically to their department that it's gonna swap out photos there.
Very
So
nice.
Public Works is gonna have their own, PD is gonna have their own, HR is gonna have their own. I think the majority of the departments went with that customization. I'm gonna go back. So now we have these friendly little widgets, so you can see how they're interactive. They move as you hover over them. These are the 6 that we thought were the most important. If you kind of think back to our current website, we have 4 of them off to the picture of the folks with the books that we were talking about earlier. These are taking those 4 places. So we're gonna have Notify Me, which is folks can sign up to get their agendas. Now, if they're already signed up, it's gonna
Oh, no.
continue the same. But that's where folks would go to sign up for any notifications, employment, agendas, etc. Report a problem, that would be Shafter mobile app. So if they want to report a pothole, a street light, those sort of activity, they can go here and it's going to take them straight there. If I click on it now, it's not going to do that, but just to give you that idea. Agenda and minutes, online payments and permits, employment opportunities, and then the city council. So these are the 6 that the team decided that we thought were most important. Now, as we scroll down, we're gonna go into popular services. Currently in our website, you have to search and look for these. So we're gonna have 9 total, and you're gonna have building and safety, so take them directly to that department page. Economic development, GIS dashboard, police services, animal control, trash and recycling, park facility and rentals. Now let me, park facility and rentals, civic rec. There's additional team within the city that's working on civic rec, and starting May 4th, they'll be able to go and make these reservations online, and Johnny will have that presentation for you guys on the 2nd. But
Love it.
that's gonna eliminate a lot of paper, a lot of paper. Everything's gonna be online, user-friendly, mobile-friendly. So that is coming. We'll have Library and Learning Center, so that'll direct folks directly to their page, and then utility services. So we continue to scroll down, we have city news. So currently our city news is the city news flash, and that is just plain text.
Mhm.
So if you go on there to our current website, it's plain text. Now we're gonna be a little more interactive. We're gonna be able to add photos. So they'll have a photo here, what it is, and then they'll be able to read on more on that topic.
Vlogs and video shorts as well can go
Yeah.
there.
I don't know, but I'll find out.
Yeah, it'd be
Yeah.
kind of nice to see that.
So that's the city news. So that's what that'll look like. And then, you can go back to past news. And as we continue to scroll down, we are now gonna have a calendar with upcoming events. So this first tab will give you all our meetings, so city council meetings, planning commission meetings. You go over to community events, if any community, so like Lions Club, if they send us a flyer, and we can now put it on our website. If they share that information, we'll put it on the website, but we're not gonna be out looking for those events. If folks send it in, we'll add it. Or if they're doing a special events permit, we can add it that way as well. And then, David really wanted to add a library and learning center, so we were able to add a calendar for that. As you know, they host tons of events there.
Yeah.
So now we're gonna have this community calendar that's city business, community events, and then our library and learning center.
Love it.
Another thing I want to mention, as you probably already noticed, is the color changes. So we went with the darker palette. Currently our colors are a green and a yellowish tone. So we still have the yellow, more like the golden, and you can see that in the accents here. Under the different sections, if you can see the burst, so we kept the burst of our logo. So that's one little accent point that I wanted to point out there. But we did go with the darker look. We still have the goldens. We went with the darker green and a black to kind of tie in with the PD and what their page is gonna look like. So that's where I talk about we kind of have to compromise in. But I think, honestly, I think it looks great. I think the darker colors are gonna help the photos. So this photo here is gonna swap out and we're gonna have different photos displaying there. So it will rotate. But I think the darker colors are gonna allow the colors of the photos to pop. So that's all I have for you guys, unless you guys have any questions. I hope you guys are excited, because we are. And this is launching April 25th.
I love the color change. Love the color change. I like that forest green. I like the look that you're going for. I feel like you modernized it, especially with some of the fonts. Finding a way to add vlog info, short video info, and I see you have the Instagram and the Facebook
Yep.
link at the top.
And so the link to our pages.
But even some, I'm asking a lot, but you wouldn't expect less out of me, would you?
No,
Even having a way that you can pull in some of those latest Instagram feed post, or those little things that you can see there. It's really nice to see, like, oh, City of Shafter just posted this information, right? So you kind of have that.
and I want to say we did ask that question, huh, Johnny? And we couldn't. I think I would have, they don't speak to each other.
Gotcha.
So I can put it in there, but I'm not gonna post on our social media platform and then it's gonna push out to here. I would have to individually add it to here.
It's interesting. You would imagine they would have that set to be able to do that, but and I love it. I love the change of the color palette. It just feels a lot more modern to what we're looking for and where we're headed to. And I really, really, really like it. Good job.
Thank you.
I like the black and the green and the.
Oh.
Black, the green and the yellow.
Okay.
Beautiful colors.
We're changing colors now.
I think initially we were at Raider colors, huh?
Oh, dear. Oh, dear.
Wonder who chose that.
Johnny,
Oh, what you tried? That's all you can do, huh?
It's not too late, right?
Well, you know what? It doesn't
I
say.
mean, if you can change the
colors
pictures, you
later.
can change your background.
we can change
Oh,
the
yeah.
colors later, but I hope that the next person standing here
Yeah.
doesn't wait 15 years to do that. But yeah.
Yeah, whatever.
I think that we just need to, as we continue on, keep going with the times
Mm-hmm.
and not wait so long. Because if you go back after looking at this and you go back to our current website, we are very outdated, very outdated.
Why wait for
I
tomorrow?
mean,
with what you
even
can
our
do today?
city to the north has a new website and we still
Wow, we can't let that happen. Heavens.
Rachel, this information and all that will be available by Spanish bilingual.
Yes, so another, which it's not gonna show here, but if folks, when they're on the website, you'll have Google Translate down at the bottom. And so if you just, you can't see it here, but, imagine that it's here in this area, so they can just switch it to any language and all the content will change to that language.
Nice.
So if you need it in Spanish, you can do that.
Thank you.
See, and that couldn't have happened 10 years ago.
I don't know, was that around 10 years ago?
Ah. Yeah, I mean, look at how much changes we've had. Yeah, it's pretty exciting.
So,
Good.
any other questions?
Good job. I like it.
Thank you.
Thank you.
No other reports. All right. Ladies and gentlemen, that will conclude the night. I am looking for a motion and a second to adjourn.
Oh, I'm ready to adjourn.
Was that a motion?
Yes, sir.
I have a motion by Mayor Pro Tem Prout,
Second.
second by Councilman Espinoza. All those in favor with aye.
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 All those opposed, same sign. Hearing none. Ladies and gentlemen, at 6:31, we're dismissed.